Do you want to invest in commercial real estate? If so, then you must understand one critical number, the cap rate. Cap rate is short for capitalization rate. It's one of the most important metrics in evaluating the potential return on an investment property. When you're investing in commercial real estate, you're frequently going to hear people throw this term around, so you need to understand it. Cap rate equals net operating income, income minus expenses, divided by the property's value. So let's give a quick example. Let's say you have an $80,000 net operating income, and the purchase price is $1 million. That means that the cap rate is $80,000 divided by $1 million. So that means a cap rate here is 8%. Again, net operating income divided by price is 8%. Another way to think of it is the cap rate is the return on investment if you paid cash. So it's an unlevered return. So the two questions we're going to answer with the cap rate is how much return am I getting on my investment? And is the property fairly priced compared to the other properties? And now we'll dive into some examples so you can understand further. I actually have ownership in both of these properties. This is a property in Athens, Georgia. It's very close to the university in a high demand area, built in 2022. The cap rate is between 4.5 and 5.5%. High demand areas tend to yield lower cap rates. So here's a multifamily property I have ownership in Kansas City. Well, it's actually outside of Kansas City, in a more rural part of the Kansas City metro. That cap rate is going to trade between 6.0 and 7.0%. It's a lower demand area. It's a suburb of a smaller city. So if you're looking at a higher level, a higher cap rate generally will yield a higher return, but it's also going to be higher risk. And then you've got your lower cap rate areas. And if you see a lower cap rate on an investment, generally it means it's lower risk, and it generally means it's a safer asset. This is a way that you can use cap rates to understand the type of asset you're looking at. So New York City is generally going to trade at a lower cap rate. And this is because the investor knows New York City isn't going anywhere. Investor accepts a lower return in exchange for stability. New York City is a strong market. Los Angeles land value is very high. Investor will say, I'm going to plant money here at a lower cap rate, but I feel it's more stable and secure. As opposed to a place that maybe is in more rural America, where the cap rates are going to be higher, because generally speaking, it's considered to be a bit more high risk. So what impacts cap rates? I get this question all the time. There are several factors. First, location. Is it city center? Is it a rural area? As I just said, city center, generally you'll see lower cap rates. Rural tend to be higher cap rates. Type of asset. Year built, very important. If it's a new build, it will trade at a lower cap rate because it's considered a safer investment. Is it multifamily versus retail? The type of asset it is will impact the type of cap rate you're going to be buying and selling at. Tenant quality. Is it a commercial lease? Is it a Walgreens on a 50-year lease? Okay, that's going to be a different type of commercial lease than maybe a multifamily property on rental assistance or some sort of tenant base or resident base that is more high risk of default. That is going to be generally trade at a higher cap rate. And then market conditions. Interest rates are in demand very much impact cap rates. Back in 2021, when interest rates were 3%, cap rates were lower. Cap rates were what we call compressed. They were lower at that time. And the demand was very high. So again, that impacted cap rates. When interest rates went up, and I'm recording this in 2025, interest rates go up, that means that the cap rate does tend to go up as well. So as a general rule of thumb, as you're analyzing properties, think about this. Your interest rate, you want to see that less than your cap rate. If you're quickly looking at a property and you don't see this, dive in further or just walk away depending on the asset. But if you don't see this, you really want to understand why. Now that you know cap rates, you are one step closer to making smarter real estate investments. Do you have a real estate deal you'd like me to take a look at? Email me at the email address in the description, and I may feature it in my next video. It's more important than ever to be financially educated. Subscribe for more clear and concise real estate investing tips.